of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. I'm big time, lot of sun. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me. Yeah. Oh, big time, big time, big time, big time. Running up the numbers, that's a lot of grind. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. Lot of sun, smoky in the air, that's a lot of grind. Pockets running over with the dollar signs. Try to take it from me. Big time. I got a lot of shine. Running up the numbers, that's a lot of grind. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. I'm big time, lot of shine. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me, from me, from me, from me. Big time, number 9. Got it in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the numbers, that's a lot of grind. Try and take it from me, must be out your mind.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to a Wednesday edition of the Ysn Power Hour. We got the gangs all here. Myself, Quinn, we got Scotty in the back. We got Rob, we got Munst, and we got Mac, the 3 M's down at the bottom. And it is an NFL Pick'em Wednesday here, and it's also National Sandwich Day. So the question becomes, what is the best sandwich you've ever had? What was it? Where was it from? And where should we go to have the best sandwich known to man? Let's start with Quinn.
So I got 2. Obviously, the sponsor route, Steak Hoagie, Pizza Joe's. Not even close.
Company guy.
The other one, it was a fried chicken sandwich. I don't know what the hell was on it. It was fantastic. It's down in Texas, down in the Dallas, Plano area. Babe's Chicken. I don't know what was on it. It was great.
Did you say Babe? Like the pig?
Babes, yeah, like the pig.
Wow,
great.
Okay. Scotty, best sandwich?
That's really hard to come up with on the spot, but I'm a lover of BLTs, so I would have to say the BLT sandwich you could get at the Royal Oaks. They make a really good BLT. So on the spot, that's what I would go with.
Nicely played. Rob.
It was a Italian circle sandwich. I want to say it's from Nicolini's out now. I can't remember. It's been so long, but it's basically just when you opened it, it looked like a circle bread, and I still haven't had a sandwich as good. But it's been so long, I barely can remember it.
Interesting. Circle bread, you say?
It was unbelievable.
Paul?
My go-to is giant number 5 from the Sandwich Factory. No onions. Add mayonnaise along with the oil and vinegar. That's my go-to. I mean, you can't go wrong. They usually don't mess it up. So as long as the bread's fresh, the Salone's bread is great and fires me up. I'm good to go.
Mac?
I like a steak sandwich from Manny Brothers. They do a pretty good job over there.
I'm going to go with Gorby's. The Gorby's sub, if you've ever had one here in East Palestine, is some of the best. Reminds me a lot of the Sandwich Factory. I think they use the same bread. But there's a chicken tender sub you can't go wrong with it. Literally, like full-size chicken tenders on this sub. And then there's, I think I do the number 5 as well. I'm not sure if it's the same as a Sandwich Factory. But it's ham and turkey. You get the mayo and tomato on it and lettuce and all that stuff, and it's good. So happy National Sandwich Day. You got to have a sandwich today, naturally, here on Sandwich. There was no deal at Subway. I didn't understand that. Like, it's National Sandwich Day on Subway. You should have a deal, but they don't. So I guess maybe they don't know it's National Sandwich Day. Somebody should tell them. The Would You Rather brought to you by our friends at BearBrothers.com. Rob, what do you got today for us?
All right. Would you rather have one real get out of jail free card or a key that opens any door?
I'm going to go key because I don't foresee myself going to jail anytime soon. But
it's the key. If you go with the key, you could open up your jail door, right?
You go ahead and open it up. Good luck getting out.
Just like, hey man, I got a key. I'm good. Just keep opening doors till you get outside.
But if you open up the wrong door, you can go to jail.
You're being chased for the rest of your life because you have a key. That makes no sense. Now, the advantage of the key over the jail set, like to get out of the free jail, you have a key that can open up any door. I mean, you could literally live a life of crime.
Well, what if you go to jail? You don't have the card to get out.
Well, like Paul said, I have a key.
Yeah, I don't know. You could open up the doors to bank vaults and gold and all kind of fun stuff.
Heck yeah.
Quinn?
I'm taking the key. Going 100% with the key. I don't want to go to jail, so I don't want to work. I don't even want to think of that.
If the Browns lose another game, Scotty might be in jail. So, Scotty, which one are you taking?
Yeah, I'd have to say if you would have asked me this like 3-4 weeks ago, I would have definitely went with the key. But right now, I'm going with the get out of jail free card because I don't know if I see another lackluster performance at Brown Stadium, man. They're gonna have to hold me back. It could get ugly.
Mac, how about you?
As soon as I heard this, I immediately thought to my old video game roots of Tomb Raider, when I would always try to open doors when I couldn't unlock doors and I needed keys for them. So I would have loved to have that key back then for sure.
Can we do a bonus? Would you rather? I got a bonus one. Scotty, this stems off our conversation. Would you rather?
Christ.
Would you rather see your opposition, your arch rival, win a national championship or Super Bowl as is, or would you rather see them win with your favorite player on that other team? So, for instance, Scotty, would you rather see Baker Mayfield win a championship in Pittsburgh, or would you rather see Pittsburgh win it on their own with no Baker Mayfield, none of your players, OBJ?
Because I've already seen it and I know that pain, I'd rather see them win it on their own. I'd rather see Ben get another ring this year than watch OBJ or Baker holding up the Lombardi Trophy with the Steelers. So yeah.
Mac, what would you do if Baker won in another uniform, particularly a Steelers uniform?
Man, I can't imagine Baker ever winning a Super Bowl, so that's hard to think about. This is a good one.
If he did that, I would totally blame you because I would be like, Mac ran him out of town. Now he won one with the Steelers.
You want to see that again one more time? Look how good that looked. I couldn't change the color of his headband. That was the only thing I couldn't have.
I
think it would only because I think it would piss me off more. I think I would laugh and be pissed off at the same time as if Baker went over to the Pittsburgh and won. So I'm going to pick that one, just because I think like I don't know what type of emotion I would have. Like it could be I could laugh about it and I could cry about it the same sentence, same breath.
Paul, what if Derek Carr went over and won a championship with the Broncos?
Yeah, I mean, it's a no-win situation because either way, your rival is winning a Super Bowl or winning a championship of some sort. So it's a lose-lose, but I think it hurts a little more if you see your guy leave your team and go to that other team and then win. That would hurt more. So, but I mean, to see your rival win, it sucks no matter what. You're like, oh, great, these guys had to go do it. But to see your guy go there and do it, and you're like, shit, why couldn't he have done it with us? So that would hurt more. So, I mean, I guess I'd rather see my rival win on their own and just say, hey, great job. They did it with their guys. No big deal. When they take your superstar and go do it, now you're like, man, they had to steal our guy to do it. So I guess you got that excuse like, well, they couldn't do it on their own. They had to steal our best guy. But, yeah, still, it sucks.
I'd be a wreck if Roethlisberger went to Cleveland for a year and won them a championship.
I was just saying that would probably be worse if you took of the two if you took Big Ben.
I think that'd be worse
he's been there
too.
so long.
I'd be so like inconsolable wreck. Like padded walls probably. Like really bad. Like terrible. Like if Andrew McCutcheon won right now, if he won a World Series, I'd be happy for him. But if he won the year after, I'd be so pissed.
It's like one of those deals like, hey, if Big Ben came over to Cleveland and they were going to win a Super Bowl and they traded for Baker, but Baker will win you 5 more, would you take it?
Yep.
That's one of those like.
Yep, I would take it. I would take it in a heartbeat. Like, Ben wins 1, but I'm getting 5?
But you got to watch the Browns win 1 with Big Ben. Like, that would, like.
Knowing it, like if I know it's gonna happen, I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm cool with this." Ben wins another one. He's my favorite QB of all time, and then I get to watch my team win 5 more. I'm square.
Yeah.
See, I don't think Ben would ever even like say after this year the just say for whatever reason the Steelers didn't want him, but he still wanted to play, and somehow he got out of his, like, he could go to Cleveland. I don't think he ever would even want to play in Cleveland or go to Cleveland because he said growing up he hated the Browns. So.
Well, he still hates the Browns.
Yeah, he loves the Browns now. He just didn't like them so much about 9 months ago. Quinn, what would you rather have?
Probably see the rival win.
Without your player?
Yeah. I think that's the best way to go. I don't know. That's tough.
Rob, how about you?
The only way I can go with it.
Yeah, I don't like you guys are saying. I personally, I'm not a huge diehard Baker fan. I'm a much bigger fan of Cleveland than I am Baker, but still watching after the drama that they're bringing out this year and then watching him go to Pittsburgh next year to win one, no, I wouldn't have that.
All right. Let's keep it kind of Baker related. Scotty, welcome to the Wednesday edition of the YSN Power Hour, where you've got to have your moment of reckoning here. I've been giving it to you all day. The second I walked through the door, I gave you the well, here's Scotty. What is your, I don't know, tell me how you're feeling right now as a Browns fan. Tell the world how you're feeling, Scotty. I'll give you the runway here.
Well, I'm not feeling great. I've seen better days. But you know what? It's one of those things where, I was so optimistic before the season started, and even at the earlier part of the year when they got off to that 3-1 start, it looks like a complete train wreck right now because not only does it look like a foregone conclusion that OBJ's played his last down as a Brown, my friend told me that other Browns players, including Rashard Higgins, liked OBJ's dad's post that he posted. So it does look like a complete just disaster right now. But I'm still not giving up hope. The AFC has been very average this year. I don't think there's one great team in the AFC. I think there's a couple good teams and then a lot of very average teams. So, I say this every week and it's a big if, but if they can beat Cincinnati, all might turn out to be well. But that right now is a monumental if. There's probably a better chance of me getting up tomorrow and running 10 miles than the Browns beating Cincinnati at this point.
Welcome back to Earth, Scotty.
So what you're telling me from that is that this isn't necessarily an OBJ problem. This could be a Baker Mayfield problem in that locker room. If some of the receivers are liking OBJ's dad's tweet, which is, to me, it's so 7th grade. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna like your dad's tweet.
You know what? Like, I'm not like I know just about everybody on this panel, aside from Quinn, can stand LeBron James. I've always kind of been a LeBron apologist. I don't agree with everything he has said or done, but he's never really been in trouble with the law, and he gave me the only championship I've seen. So I've always had at least some sort of admiration for LeBron, disagreeing with a lot of you guys. But when he put his nose in this and said, the free OBJ thing, it's like, come on, shut up, man. Like, you're up there, you're cheering, acting like you're a Browns fan now when all those years you wore a cowboy hat and then you wore
he still does
hat to an Indians Yankees playoff game. It's like, come on, man, worry about the Lakers. That's petty, LeBron.
So you know that commercial that Baker did? It's funny that Rashard Higgins' dad. Or did you say Rashard Higgins liked that OBJ's dad's tweet? Okay, it's funny you bring that up because I have a theory, and I think there was an edit, and they cut this part out of one of the commercials when Baker was doing a commercial with the yard sale at Progressive. Okay, when he sold the shoulder pads or whatever back to the offensive lineman. I think Rashard Higgins bought OBJ's targets. Okay. I'm pretty sure that happened. So this is a Baker problem and has been. And there's a lot of problems going on in Cleveland. I think I said a lot of it Monday, but Baker is a big part of it. And every time I watch the Browns, it's just like it's obvious to me that Baker hates OBJ. He just refuses to throw him the ball. Yes, there's times, and if you watch that video clip, there's plenty of times where OBJ is open. You can say he drops some passes, but every receiver in the league drops passes before. It's not nothing new. It isn't new. I mean, everybody's not Jerry Rice, but yeah.
I didn't see this the first time. But you guys were. I mean, I was a little bit jealous. I'm not gonna lie. When Baker got hit out of bounds, jumps up and does that the fist pump, right? Got everybody amped up. If you go back just a little bit before he does that fist pump, did anybody notice the guy that he ran by on the way to do that fist pump? OBJ.
No. Oh, yeah?
Runs by OBJ and goes like this. OBJ is walking back and just kind of leans back out of his way. Doesn't get pumped up for him, just kind of leans back out of his way. There's a lot of body language going on in that little clip. If you go back and watch it, watch the body language from both of those guys, and you can tell those are two guys not on the same page. And again, I'll say it again, this has eerie, and I mean eerie similarities to when it was Ben and Brown and Bell, all in Pittsburgh. And we were the laughing stock of the league for all those, so much talent on one team, but we couldn't win anything because there was only one ball. So I ask you to go back and watch it, because that's going to tell you all you need to know. Because, I mean, it's right here. Right here. And I'll read you that. Stefanski has told players that OBJ essentially is not on the team right now. Dude's gone. He's gone. And like I said the other day, I feel like he's going to go and shine somewhere else. And then when that happens, if the Browns are still in a landslide, watch all the fingers start pointing to number 6. And that means Billy's been right all along.
That's the thing, right? So where did he go? Is he just off the team? They didn't trade him. Right?
Sounds like they're going to
They didn't do anything yet.
So
if they told him about basically don't come to practice today.
He's got no guaranteed money.
But it's a $15 million cap hit next year.
Not if somebody picks him up.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, so, all right, so cut him, whatever. Then you have no excuse. If you're a Baker, sympathetic whatever figure for Baker, there's no excuse then. There's no excuse why Baker can't perform then. I just don't understand how quarterbacks can't perform with great talent. I don't get it. It just blows my mind. It really.
This is what he wanted. This is what he wanted. He wanted good receivers around him. He gets them, and now it's like, well, that's an old toy. I don't want to play with it.
OBJ is not a good receiver. He's not.
I disagree.
He is. Let's put it this way. OBJ is acting the same way he acted in New York. He wasn't happy with Eli. He is not happy with Baker. He got, $65 million guaranteed, a $20 million signing bonus. OBJ is a straight up douchebag. Point blank. There's no way to dance around that. He got his money and he went screaming. Because all of a sudden his Tuesday didn't go the way he wanted. OBJ is a baby. Get rid of his ass. Watch him go to another team. And I'm telling you right now, you take him out of the lineup against Cincinnati. Watch how better Baker plays if he's even just a tad more healthy. I'm telling you, just watch.
Look what they did without him last year. Without him last year, they go to the playoffs and they win some games.
A game.
Well, they should have won. They should have freaking won that other one.
See, I disagree that. First off, I don't think he's really that much of a diva. I think he's just frustrated right now because he's not getting the targets. His first game back this year, if you remember his first game back after Landry was hurt and Landry didn't play, he had 7 receptions for 80 yards or 80 plus yards and was a big part in the win. So he did have a solid game that game. Since then, he's been a non-factor. But to me, and I know it always sounds like I make excuses for Baker to a lot of YSN Nation, but to me, a lot of this is on Stefanski too. He says the other day in his press conference, we got to do more things to get OBJ involved, get him the ball. Well, duh. I mean, didn't he go to an Ivy League school? Stefanski should be smart enough to know that, already. So this whole thing, I don't know. I just think the Browns have had a lot of injuries this year. You take OBJ off this team and someone like Jarvis Landry goes down, how are they going to – there's no way to stretch the field. Even Landry, as much as I like the guy, even though he had a turd of a game this last game, the worst of his career, he's good catching passes over the middle and the short intermediate routes, but he never beats anybody for a 50-yard bomb. OBJ, in my opinion, is still capable of that. You saw it in the Minnesota game. He was wide open, and Baker just missed him. So I still think he's a good receiver, and I don't see the Browns better off with OBJ off of this roster. I know that's an unpopular opinion as a Cleveland sports fan, but I don't see him as better off.
Let me paint a picture for you, Scotty. If OBJ is cut, Jarvis Landry is going to be the next one that is unhappy because those guys are two peas in a pod. And this is just going to escalate more and more and more and more until there is a total collapse and you got to start over in Cleveland.
Here's the real question:
That's what my dad was saying too.
The real question for me is: has anybody, even like Browns fans, like if you're by yourself, right, and you ask the question, "Is this your guy? Is this your quarterback you want to go for the next 10 years with?" And I don't know if every Browns fan can say yes right away. I think they have to think about it. Like that's the like I don't know. And I'll tell you right now, for $40 million, for $30 million, what he's asking for, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He's not. I heard a report the Browns wanted to be somewhere on Baker Mayfield about $18 to $16 million, $18 million. I would be okay with that because that leaves room for talent around. Some quarterbacks are gifted and they can do a lot with nothing. Some quarterbacks can't. Baker's not the guy that can do it without talent around him. Period.
And that's why I think they're in danger because what are you going to get? That's and everybody's giving OBJ like he's not a good receiver. He is. He's a good receiver, but you need to utilize him, and he's not being utilized properly. You can see that from even the small sample size that I've been able to watch. Is okay. The only time they get Jarvis Landry involved is when these gadget plays, these little flips in the backfield and stuff like that. Like he can't. I don't know if Baker can't throw deep, or they won't let him throw deep, or that's not part of the offense. I don't know, but he's not hitting his spots. But the Browns also didn't run the ball the way I've seen them run the ball in the last couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Like they didn't run effectively against the Steelers at all, like zero. So I don't. I mean, are the Browns a 2-back system that they can't get going without Chubb and Hunt, or I think Chubb is a valuable back. I think he's one of the best backs in the league outside of Derrick Henry, but can he do it alone?
I just think when everybody knows you're gonna run the ball and Stefanski, in my opinion, it's not that Baker can throw deep. I think Stefanski's his philosophy is so run oriented that I think he's so afraid of turning the ball over or making mistakes that he doesn't want to take those deep shots. But to the point of what a couple of you guys have said already, I mean, if somehow Baker, if they do just cut OBJ, which right now it looks like, there's no way he's going to be back on the team. If they do just cut him and Baker takes off, then you'll know that OBJ was just in his head and they just cannot make it work. But remember, there was a point last year in the second half of the season when Baker Mayfield for several games had a better quarterback rating than even Patrick Mahomes. So he's shown that he could do it. I just think Stefanski has kind of pulled the reins in on him a little bit and doesn't want him to throw deep. And I think that's the injured shoulder is a part of it too. I think he's in fear of him getting injured, but you can't be scared in sports. In life and anything.
Scotty, I don't think it has anything to do with being scared. I think it has everything to do with the Browns and Stefanski does not trust Baker with that offense. Doesn't. I think it's quite obvious that we run the ball 20% of the time. That's when we have our best success. I don't think he trusts. He can't design plays because he doesn't trust Baker to make the right decision. I think that's a bigger issue. And I just seen a story. It's on. I just seen it on Google that Baker's wife is going around liking all these negative tweets on Twitter. Like, again, she can't just stay out of the way. That's going to be another reason of Baker's failure. We've seen this with like Steph Curry's wife doing things like this. It's just a mess.
So let me ask you a question. Out of that, OBJ's dad and Baker's wife, what's worse? What's a worse look?
They're both the same to me. Like, just stay out of it. Stay out of it. You know, I see his dad's frustration on one, degree, because it's coming from OBJ. OBJ cleared that. Like, hey, I'm going to do this. Right? And he could deny it all he wants that he didn't have his dad do all that, but I don't believe that. I think they're both bad. It's a bad look on both cases. OBJ obviously wants out without saying he wants out, and I'll give OBJ credit to the most part is, for all the complaining and yelling and talking about Eli, he's been pretty quiet when it comes to the media and social media. There's not a lot of things that he says that's not for his teammates. He's there to play, and he says it every year. I'm here to play. I just want to make my team better. All those things.
I think he learned his lesson. What was it, last year, year before? Whenever he got into it with a member of the Cleveland media.
I know Baker has.
Yeah. I think he learned his lesson that year. Okay.
Well, because he started dogging the Cleveland Clinic. Yeah, you remember. And started talking about how they didn't get him ready and they should have pulled OBJ or something like that. So he got into it with the Cleveland Clinic. So you hope so. I mean, you're supposed to grow in this league, and I'm just not sure if Baker's our guy.
There was a BMAX says, imagine him going to the Saints or Packers and shines with Thomas out for the year. I can see that the Saints getting him. See, I don't think so. I think the
Who's
Saints
playing quarterback there.
Yeah, exactly.
Is Drew Brees coming out?
Yeah. They had a chance to make a move yesterday, and they were going after receivers. And I couldn't even tell you who the number one is right now down in New Orleans. It's some scrub because it's
wideouts or quarterback?
Quarterback.
Trevor Siemian.
The Broncos guy?
Yeah.
I mean, that tells you all you need to know.
I saw something online that Phillip Rivers said he'd listen if the Saints called.
Oh, for crying out loud.
I'm not
Stay
joking.
home, Phillip.
That's serious. I saw it.
Stay home. I hate you.
You got to
He's got 15 kids. He's got to
eat. They called Drew, right? You got to think that at some point they called Drew.
There's no way he's going back.
He already came out and said that he's not going
back.
I know he did. But I'm just saying, you got to imagine they at least contacted him. Hey, he comes out this year.
You know what the real shame of all this is, whether it's Baker or Stefanski, if the Browns were actually competent and had design plays and got OBJ the ball, I think he would be really happy in Cleveland because, I mean, the guy likes to get pooped on and, get the Cleveland Steamers. So, I mean, they just got the ball. He gets his Cleveland Steamers, and then everything else is fine.
I do think that
it's Wednesday.
Scotty's here. He just planted the flag. I do think that Baker Mayfield would be an unbelievable quarterback in New Orleans under Sean Payton. I think that would be the second coming of Drew Brees. He'd have him for a little bit longer. Very similar styles. They could pick you apart. So if that happens, look out. Absolutely look out. But, yeah, exactly. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Scotty's here. Bring back Ryan Leaf. No. No, Munson's tattoo. We're not going to do that. We are going to take a break. When we come back, we lots to talk about. Paul has some cheering to do on this episode of the Ysn Power Hour because, well, his team won the World Championship last night, and we want to see if he watched. So We'll be back in about 2 minutes right here on the Ysn Power Hour. Don't go away.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
Coca's Pizza, always supporting our community and our local athletes. Stop in on game day or score big and have it delivered right to your door. Check out our daily specials at cocaspizza.com. That's Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
At Hubbard Chevrolet, Hubbard can help you get the financing you need regardless of your situation. I'm Tony Page, and I've helped thousands of customers in Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania buy a vehicle. Visit HubbardChevy.com to get pre-approved. Remember, folks, Hubbard can help.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the YSN Power Hour. DJ Yoakley, Scotty, we got Mac, we got Mush, we got Muntz, and we got Quinn right here. Muntz, pretty special night for you last night. Lasted well into the evening and even into the some of the morning, from what I understand, with a lot of Braves fans. Talk to me about why you're celebrating and what it means to you.
Yeah, I mean, after 26 years, the Braves got a World Series again. So they had the last one was in 1995. Was my junior year in high school, and then they were back there in '99, but they lost, and then they broke a streak. They were 16 years in a row. They made it to the playoffs without winning a World Series. So, and they were able to beat the hated Houston Astros. I mean, it was pretty much, they talked about how the whole country was rooting for the Braves except for a little bit of Houston there. But yeah, I mean, I watched. So what I did last night was I put the game on, and then I changed the channel, but I only changed it so when I hit back, it would go back to the game. And I watched on my phone. So I would just watch to see about updates. And when Soler hit that ball out of the stadium, I clicked back real quick, watched the home run on replay, and then went back to watching when I was watching again, and came back to the game when they went up 6-0. And then I started watching the game from then on, because I was like, all right, I'm comfortable with 6-0. They can't screw this up that bad, so I'm going to watch the rest of it. So I got to see Freeman's home run, and then they just shut Houston down. The Houston started it and go more than, I think, an inning and a half, maybe 2 innings, and Fried went 5.5, almost 6 innings. So they did their job, and it was exciting. Yeah, I was up to about 12:40, just watching the different celebrations and excited about it, because it just seemed like nobody wanted them to win. Everywhere you turned, like it was just like, oh, Houston's going to come back. They got this powerful offense, and can they go ahead and do it? And then it was I was glad to see them win, obviously, because it's my team, but then just to kind of just shut everybody up. So I mean, they beat the Dodgers, one of the better teams in baseball, and they beat Houston. So it's like, what more do they need to do to prove it? Because everybody wrote them off, obviously, after they lost Acuna, and everybody was just like, okay, this team's in the dumps. But losing record at the All-Star break, and next thing you know, winning the World Series. So it was fun.
Congratulations, I guess.
Yeah, I'll take it. It was great. So
Braves this year, Padres next year.
Weren't they like a big underdog?
huge. They only won like 88 games. So
Yeah, after they lost Acuna,
second team
everybody was.
Second team.
I seen some highlights last night though. Like they weren't supposed to be there, but so kudos.
Second.
Wouldn't everybody be rooting for the underdog if that was the case?
After the All-Star break.
Yeah, that's a great stat, Billy. That it really is. Rob, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying, wouldn't everybody be rooting for the underdog if that was the case?
Like I think I told Paul and some of the guys the other night. Like I like Houston. You know, I've been to their stadium. Steve and I went to their stadium when we did the YSU trip. I like Houston. I wasn't one of those guys that got off their bandwagon whenever they cheated or whatever. Like, listen,
whatever, they cheated, and the commissioner is a joke. The MLB commissioner is a joke because they cheated. They admitted they cheated, and not one of those guys got punished because all they said was, "Okay, guys, listen, you tell us you cheated, you tell us how you did it, but we're not going to punish any of you guys." They cheated to win a World Series, and none of them got punished. And it was, I mean, Boston did it too. I mean, Boston,
their coach lost their job. What do you mean nobody got punished?
And then got rehired the next year.
Yeah,
he served his time, right?
Fair. Yep.
You know, but none of the players got suspended. None of the players saw any kind of repercussions for what they did. The ownership didn't pay any fine. There was nothing that they did. They just said, "Tell us the truth that you did it, and how you did it, and we're good."
You guys, you know, I love conspiracy theories, right? And Paul, we started talking about it, and already the conspiracy theory is starting with the Braves got robbed of the All-Star game this year, and coincidentally, they go on this unbelievable run and win a World Series. So the conspiracy has already started that the Braves were handed the World Series based on losing the All-Star game. Just letting you know.
Like 9/11 happened and the Patriots won?
And the Yankees and Mets in the World Series. I mean, like this, there is a lot of conspiracies going on right now about this season for Atlanta.
So then, you had the MLB in your pocket and you didn't tell anybody.
Yeah,
See?
so I guess then they're going to say, hey, Houston, listen, you guys just kind of, lose this one this year, but we're going to let you. So now you're saying pretty much bet on Houston next year to win the World Series because they're going to be there again because the MLB is going to pay them back. I mean, the conspiracy theory stuff, whether it's this or whether it's any of the other things, I think is a joke. The reason they took that game away from them was because of politics. And I'm sorry, sports shouldn't be involved in politics. They're different avenues. Sports is sports. Politics is politics. Just like when we were talking about LeBron the other day. You're an athlete. When you're an athlete, be an athlete. When you're not being an athlete, then you can go and talk about this other stuff. But they took that away because they didn't like – they got pressure from the left side of, oh, look what they're trying to do for voting. And it was like, okay, so we're going to punish them. But I find it funny that you're going to punish them for something like that, but you're punishing the Cleveland Indians and making them take that logo right there off of their chest, change their name. But then he comes out and says, and of course, because it's my team, I'm not going to complain, but he's going to say, not going to touch the Braves. They're okay. Their people around them like them. The Indian Nation in Atlanta and the Georgia area, they're okay with it. So you're saying the Indian nations around Cleveland hate the Indians? I mean, the conspiracy stuff, I think, is just it's laughable. So
well, the irony that the Braves won on Election Day.
Yeah, it would have been better if it would have been in Atlanta. That would have been even better. Like you went on Election Day in Atlanta.
That's one of the worst things that can happen, in my opinion, in sports. Period. I hate it. When I used to watch the NBA or whatever, baseball back in the day, years ago, decades ago. Just watching the away team win the championship, oh.
How long has it been? What was it, the 13 Red Sox maybe? I think I read is the last team that got to celebrate at home.
Yeah, I mean it's tough because if you're the favorite or if you're the home team, like you've got to try to win it in game 6 or 7 because you're not going to win it in game 1 or 2, and then you got those bulk of 3 games that are at the other one. So, or if you're the away team, you got to win one of those away games, and then you've got to sweep your home games to win it at home.
They played the World Series last year in Texas, right? Ranger Stadium, because of COVID.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, because that's where the Dodgers won it.
And
yeah,
then,
that's right. That's right.
They played at a neutral site.
And then they, obviously the stupid Cubs did their thing in Cleveland.
Yeah. Are we doing NFL picks today or no?
Oh, shoot. I forgot. My bad. Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't know if you were going to wait till tomorrow and we just keep talking because, I mean, really the games don't start till tomorrow night. So,
Well, we got to have Scotty on.
okay. All right. Well, we can get through these. They're not that bad.
We just won't talk about them. We'll just do picks.
Jets, Colts. Colts giving up 10.5. Start us off.
Colts.
Colts.
Well, you skipped Scotty.
Oh, I thought we were going really fast. Sorry.
Yes.
You like the Colts too? All right, Rob.
Well, you see, we're going with the Jets.
Ooh, taking the Jets and 10.5.
Yeah.
I like the Colts here.
Colts.
All right, and Scotty, you liked Indy too.
I like the Jets.
Oh, the Jets. You just said yeah when we said Indy.
No, he said Jets.
Oh, okay. The Raiders at the Giants. The Giants getting 2.5 at home. Quinn?
Raiders.
I'm, of course, going to take the Raiders. Rob?
Raiders.
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 Jeff, hey, I can't even say it. I just thought about it. I can't even get it out. All right, just go.
All right.
I got to mentally prepare myself. Whew.
He actually was the co-star of Look Who's Talking 3.
Cleveland and Cincinnati. Cleveland's going to get 2.5 as they travel down south. DJ?
Cincinnati.
Scotty?
Browns.
I don't know why, but Cleveland.
Cincy.
Cleveland.
Yeah, I like Cincinnati as well. Quinn?
Cleveland.
Look at
Anthony.
giving his picks.
Yeah, he's giving them one at a time, so I'm getting them in there for him. Let's see here. Denver going to Dallas. Denver is going to get 9.5. Quinn.
Denver. Sure.
Man, I don't know. I'll go with the Cowboys. They're at home.
They said Dak's back.
We're going with Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys. Dak's back.
Dak.
Is he 100% back?
That's
Back.
what they're saying.
All right, switch mine, Paul.
You don't like Cooper
He's
Rush?
100% back, then yeah. Nah.
All right. Looks like Anthony's the lone wolf taking Denver. Houston going to Miami, and the Texans are going to get 6.5. So they get to play the team that maybe wanted their quarterback, didn't want their quarterback. Now they don't want his quarterback.
Drop him off.
What was the spread?
6.5.
Is this just me or is that high for that game?
That's a pretty good spread.
Texans are
It's gonna be
getting
the first to score a
6.5.
touchdown to win.
That's a pretty good spread.
Yeah.
I'll take Miami.
Scotty?
Houston.
Miami.
Rob?
Dolphins.
I'm going to take the Dolphins. Quinn?
Miami.
Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf.
Hit it, Scotty.
Yeah.
Oh.
He calls himself out. Atlanta going to New Orleans with no quarterback. Quinn. Oh, and New Orleans is giving up 6.
New Orleans has no quarterback, or Atlanta has no quarterback?
I think they both don't.
Okay.
But definitely New Orleans doesn't. But New Orleans is a favorite by 6.
No, Atlanta.
Hey, it's a hot town right now. Let's go, Atlanta.
Falcons.
Atlanta.
I'm going the Saints just because Ripley, their wide receiver, is out on a Kyrie Irving thing.
Ridley?
Yeah, Ridley.
Yeah, I'm going to go Saints as well. I have no idea why. Alvin Kamara is the only reason.
Didn't they just get Ingram back too?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Patriots going to Carolina. Carolina is going to get 4 in this game.
Carolina.
Scotty?
Patriots.
Yeah, I'm going to Patriots. Sam Darnold has flashbacks already about playing Bill Belichick.
Patriots.
Man. Yeah, I like New. Yeah, I like New England. 4 points. I'll take it. Quinn?
New England. Patriots.
And Anthony's going to take Carolina. Buffalo, the Bills going down to Florida to take on Jacksonville, and they're going to give Jacksonville 14.5. Quinn?
Bills.
I'm taking Buffalo because when they've given up a lot of points in the spread, they still cover it and like just pound whoever they're playing.
Bills.
Bills.
I'm taking the Jaguars.
I'm on the Jags train as well. I think they're going to lose by 10.
All right. And Anthony says the Jaguars as well. Minnesota going to Baltimore, and Baltimore is going to give up 5.5 to the Vikings.
Baltimore.
Scotty?
I don't know why, but Minnesota.
Baltimore.
I know as soon as Scotty starts saying, well, I don't know why, he's going with the team that like nobody else is probably going to go with. I like Baltimore as well.
Did you see this?
And get fired for rain.
What is that?
I don't. Yeah.
Is he referring to your other leg? Like the other leg?
Yeah. I don't know.
You get
Anthony,
the tomahawk.
That's it. And Anthony took Baltimore. I think this is the Chargers. Yeah, the Chargers at Philadelphia. Philadelphia getting 1.5. Quinn?
Chargers.
I like LA as well.
Is that even like a debate?
Is this a real line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
About to go put money on it.
I got to go down the road.
Yeah, I mean, I'll double check that, but I mean, that's what I saw.
That's legitimate. I'm going to go put money on that.
Yes, the LA Chargers are giving 1.5 to the Eagles at home.
They've been struggling ever since they played Cleveland. After that,
They should pick up OBJ.
is it on me?
Rob? No, it's on Rob.
Chargers.
I'm going Philly.
Ooh.
They put up 40 last week.
This is the Lions.
There.
Billy, we could have put up 40 on the Lions.
That's a lie. I can't put up 40 nothing, not even 40 pounds on a dunk.
Your
on a
team
bench
that
press.
you were the OC for could have put up 40 on the Lions.
Scotty?
I'm going to go with the Chargers.
I thought he was going to say Philly, too. Chargers. I can't believe that line is real.
This game was a pick'em game until an injury came. Oh, not an injury, but a subtraction came out. Green Bay at Kansas City. This was a pick'em game until Aaron Rodgers went down, and now Green Bay's getting 6.5.
COVID and LaFleur is out. Their head coach is out too.
Maybe if they quit holding hands, they won't pass COVID along so quickly.
Use the wipes. Use the wipes.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Sounds pretty good.
So, DJ, who do you like in that one?
The Chefs.
The Chefs. Scotty?
Chiefs.
Anybody know who the backup quarterback is for Aaron Rodgers?
Jordan Love.
Is it Love still?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's his time, man.
I'm going to Packers. Just for fun. I'm going for the Packers. Like, let Jordan Love go out here and ball.
But you might not win the bragging rights at the end of the year.
Chiefs.
That's okay. I want Jordan Love to go out there and ball. So the Browns can get Aaron Rodgers next year.
Yeah. If this was a pick'em game and everybody was healthy, I had Green Bay winning this game. But as soon as they said Rogers was down,
Hi, Mr.
Chief,
William.
give me the pack to cut. Wow, Scotty's going to, or not Scotty. Anthony's going against his own team. So I'm not going to jump off just because Rogers got sidelined. I'm still going to stick with Green Bay. So, Quinn,
that's not a big deal.
The wideouts still hurt too, by the way. He's out
for Green Bay.
Yeah, he didn't play last week either.
Oh no, who did Quinn take?
He's taking the Chiefs.
Okay. And Anthony took Green Bay. This was another pick'em game, but the line moved a little bit, so I adjusted it. Arizona at San Francisco was a pick'em game, believe it or not, but now the line moved to 1.5. San Francisco is getting 1.5. So
Arizona.
Yeah. Scotty?
Cardinals.
49ers.
I like the 49ers too.
I like Arizona here. Quinn, will get him back, and then Anthony is taking Arizona as well. Your Sunday night game is there you go. Quinn, who'd you take, Arizona or San Francisco?
Arizona, and I took Green Bay on the last one.
Oh, Billy gave you KC. Tennessee going to LA to take on the Rams, and Tennessee is going to get 7.5, and they don't have their stud running back anymore. So,
this is the only game when two teams have a winning record or playing each other.
That's sad.
Not for long.
Yeah. Quinn?
Rams.
Anthony took the Rams. I'll take the Rams. Rob?
I'm taking the Rams too.
I want to take the Rams, but I want to see how Von Miller does with that defense. That's got to be crazy.
It's Aaron Donald or Von Miller. Like, somebody's going to be through on every play.
Yeah, who do you double?
Well, they said it's the number 1 pass rusher in the league in Aaron Donald and the number 4 in Von Miller. Think about that.
Think about what you just said. A defensive tackle is the number 1 pass rusher. That's nuts.
He is a freak.
So I take it you're taking the Rams as well?
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't know it was my turn. Yes.
And that's a sweep there.
Betos. Insert here.
In our Monday night game, the Bears coming to Steel Town to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Bears are going to get 6.5.
Bears. Bears.
Oh.
Chi-Town. Both these teams traditionally play pretty well on Monday night, but Steelers play a little better on Monday night. They're up there with the Raiders when the Raiders play on Monday night. So
screw off, Anthony.
I'll take Pittsburgh. Anthony took the Bears. Rob?
I'm going to go with the Steelers on this one.
Color rush uniforms, boys. Just remember.
I think the Steelers win this
Which
game.
one
I
are
really
color
do.
rushes?
But I don't know if they cover just to see if they could score more points. So I'll go Chicago, but
I think it's going to be close too.
Pittsburgh definitely wins.
It's Scotty. I'll give you a full screen. I want to hear this.
The Bears.
Steelers.
And that is all of our games for Week 9.
You know what that means. Quick time, Scotty. You're going to go first because you got to get rolling. Come. And I don't know why we do this, because you are going to put something out there that none of us are going to be able to follow. So, Scotty, go ahead with your Joe Dickey Electric. What's your spark?
Yeah, my spark, it has to be the -1, and it is the Browns, obviously. As soon as the game ended on Sunday, I knew I was in for a total shitstorm here at YSN. And let me say this, I'm not waving the white flag yet, but if this season all goes completely south, They go down the toilet, don't make the playoffs. Everyone's out. Baker's not the guy. Just sell the damn team. I'm sick of going up there. Every time I get my hopes up, I watch freaking losers. They're all garbage. Just move them again. I hope they move again if things don't go well.
Move again.
Losers.
Losers. All right, Billy.
Positive. I heard a little rumor from our friends at 21. We might catch a little snowflakes. So I'm here for it. I'm ready.
Hats out. Rob.
I don't know what the hell he's thinking. Snow sucks. There's a big difference between having a few beers and making it home okay behind the wheel of a car. I'm not saying I'm condoning that, but there's a way bigger difference between being a dumbass NFL wide receiver, getting drunk, and then driving 156 miles per hour until you kill somebody. I have no respect for that man. I think he's a complete moron, and I hope he gets burned at the stake. Screw you, Henry.
Whammy.
Yeah, hey, it's a positive. Braves, World Series champs. So I enjoy it. Good times.
Negative. William Stanton always interrupting me every time I'm down here. Unbelievable.
Some things just never change.
Never. Looks good in blue though.
That is true. Blue slims you down quite a little bit, I guess.
Yes, it does.
I'm gonna go positive spark. Again, a great show to the point where I guess now we know we can do the picks in 20 minutes instead of an entire hour. So kudos to everybody on this panel for being able to drag it out for an entire hour when we need it. So that is my spark, and it is brought to you by Joe Dickey Electric. Anything commercial, residential, anything electrical, the official electrical sponsor of YSN. Visit them today at dickeyelectric.com. That's going to do it for our show today. Enjoy tomorrow when we come back and we talk more sports right here on YSN. We'll see you guys later. Maybe when I find the flag.